Once upon a time, in a lush green forest filled with singing birds and sparkling streams, there lived a clever hare. This hare was known throughout the land for his wit and cunning. One day, while he was taking a stroll through the woods, he came across a group of animals who were preparing for the annual Forest Olympics. Among them was a slow and steady tortoise who had just finished sharpening his skills in the art of slow walking. The hare, being the trickster that he was, couldn't resist the opportunity to tease the tortoise. "Are you sure you're ready for the race?" he asked, smirking. "A tortoise participating in a race? It's almost as funny as a bear dancing. Why don't you stick to what you're good at, Mr. Tortoise, like carrying heavy loads on your back?" The tortoise, known for his calm and composed nature, didn't let the hare's words get to him. He simply replied, "Slow and steady wins the race, my friend. And remember, it's not the speed that matters, but the consistency." With that, he joined the other animals in their practice sessions. The hare, feeling a little uneasy after his failed attempt to intimidate the tortoise, decided to return home. As he hopped along, he couldn't help but think about the tortoise's words. "Slow and steady wins the race," he muttered. Could it be true? The hare had always prided himself on his speed and agility, but he had never really thought about the value of consistency. As days passed, the Forest Olympics drew closer, and the hare found himself thinking more and more about the tortoise. He couldn't understand why the tortoise was so confident in his abilities. Was it just foolish pride, or did the tortoise know something that the hare didn't? One night, unable to sleep because of all the thoughts running through his head, the hare decided to pay the tortoise a visit. As he approached the tortoise's house, he could hear the sound of soft, steady breathing coming from inside. The hare hesitated for a moment, not sure if he should disturb the sleeping tortoise, but curiosity got the better of him. He knocked on the door. The tortoise opened the door and, noticing the troubled look on the hare's face, asked, "What brings you here in the middle of the night, my friend?" The hare, taken aback by the tortoise's calmness, explained his sleepless nights and his confusion about the upcoming race. The tortoise listened patiently, and when the hare was done, he said, "You are fast, my friend, and there is no doubt that you will win the race, but you seem to have forgotten an important truth. What is the first rule of any competition?" The hare thought for a moment. "To finish the race," he replied. The tortoise nodded. "Exactly. But there is more to it than that. You must also start the race." The hare looked confused. "Of course I'll start the race. What do you mean?" The tortoise smiled and said, "That's where most of the competitions are lost and won, my friend. Many are called, but few are chosen to start. Being prepared is one thing, but actually starting is quite another. There are many who think they are ready, but when the time comes, they freeze with fear or regret or some other negative emotion. They would rather give up than take the chance." The hare was silent for a moment, digesting the tortoise's words. He realized that in his haste to win, he had overlooked an important aspect of the competition. Speed was indeed important, but without the courage to start, it was useless. "So what should I do, Mr. Tortoise?" the hare asked. The tortoise, sensing the sincerity in the hare's voice, decided to help him. "Close your eyes, my friend, and picture yourself at the starting line. Imagine the cheers of the crowd, the excitement in the air. Now ask yourself, are you ready to start? Do you have what it takes to face whatever comes your way? If your answer is yes, then you are ready to start the race." The hare closed his eyes and followed the tortoise's instructions. As he visualized himself at the starting line, he felt a surge of confidence and eagerness. He could hear the roar of the crowd, feel the tension in the air, and see the finish line shimmering in the distance. When he opened his eyes, he felt a newfound determination. "Thank you, Mr. Tortoise. I think I understand now," he said. The tortoise smiled and said, Remember, my friend, the race is not just about physical speed, but also about mental fortitude and emotional resilience. With your speed and my encouragement, you'll be unstoppable. The next morning, the Forest Olympics began. All the animals were lined up at the starting line, eager to begin the race. Among them was the hare, who remembered the tortoise's advice about starting strong. As the race commenced, the hare took off like a bolt of lightning, leaving all the other animals in the dust. He could hear the cheering of the crowd and feel the wind in his fur as he sped along the path. Meanwhile, the tortoise started off at his usual slow pace, steadily moving forward. As the hare approached the halfway mark, he began to feel the effects of his burst of energy. His muscles were aching, and he knew that if he didn't slow down soon, he would end up exhausted and unable to finish the race. But then he remembered the tortoise's words about consistency. Even though he was ahead, the hare knew that he couldn't maintain his top speed for the entire race. So he started to slow down, but much to his surprise, he noticed that the tortoise was still right on his heels. As the two competitors approached the finish line neck and neck, the crowd began to cheer wildly. It was anyone's race now, and the outcome was uncertain. With a final burst of energy, the hare crossed the line, only to turn around and see the tortoise right behind him. To the astonishment of the crowd, the tortoise had won the race. The hare was shocked and disheartened, but as he looked at the smiling faces of the other animals, he realized that it wasn't the winning that mattered, but the courage to start and the perseverance to finish. The tortoise, known for his wisdom and composure, addressed the gathering after receiving his prize. "Friends, today I proved that slow and steady wins the race. However, it's important to remember that speed also has its merits. Had I been as fast as the hare, I would have finished the race much sooner. But the hare forgot that while speed is important, it's equally crucial to pace oneself and stay consistent throughout the competition. Remember, friends, that life is a series of races. Sometimes we need to go fast, and sometimes we need to go slow and steady. The important thing is to find the right pace and stick to it. Whether you're a speedy hare or a steadfast tortoise, you can achieve great things if you learn to harness your strengths and overcome your weaknesses. The hare, humbled by his experience, approached the tortoise and said, "I am sorry for doubting your words, Mr. Tortoise. I learned a valuable lesson today. It's not always about being the fastest, but about being the best that you can be." The tortoise, ever the wise one, replied, "It's all right, my friend. We all learn and grow from our experiences. Today you showed great speed, and I'm sure you'll do even better next time." And so the Forest Olympics ended with the hare and the tortoise becoming friends. They both realized that while they had different strengths and weaknesses, they could learn from each other and become better competitors together. The fable of the hare and the tortoise became a classic story, reminding all the animals in the forest and all of us who listen to it that slow and steady wins the race, but speed also has its merits. It's all about finding the right balance and learning from both the hares and the tortoises in our lives. If you like this video, please subscribe and leave a comment below to support us.